Mate, it's just sinking in now. Juan Cuadrado. Juan Cuadrado. Are you actually Oh my days. This Netflix series we call football continues into the modern world of 2023. A player that you would never, ever see in a million years wearing the Inter jersey looks set to sign for the club. Juan Cuadrado, one of our biggest enemies, one of our biggest nemesis, someone who really encompasses that last little bit of Juve's successful DNA that we absolutely hate. So let's dissect this one a little bit. Pros versus cons. Let's start with the shorter column. Pro. Juan Cuadrado is a midfielder that plays out on the right-hand side. We are going to need his ability to take the ball, pass it, distribute it, and act calmly and collectively, as opposed to Denzel Dumfries. There's your first pro. Second pro, a little bit of a winner's mentality left, in a sense that he's accepted an offer from an old director who no doubt would have sold this as a potential winning project. I am sure he could have gone to South America. I'm sure he could have gone to Spain. I'm sure he could have gone to the Arabs. If he wants to play 1 year with us in an attempt to win a trophy or two, so be it. Vidal 2.0. with a slightly extra side salad of scumminess that comes with it. Pro number 3. I don't think there is a pro number 3. I think we're stuck at 2 pros. Oh yeah, he's halving his salary net-wise per year. So he makes about 4.5 million net per season for Juve. He will now make 2.5 net per season for Inter. And it's a 1-year deal. 2.5 million for 1 year is basically band-aids that position until we can sort it out again. Maybe you can finally move on Denzel Dumfries later in the market, knowing that that position is covered a little bit more technically. Not better, so to speak. You're not going to see Juan Cuadrado getting on the back end of a cross at the back post. You're not going to see it. All right? You're not going to see the athleticism, but you are going to see a better player technically than Denzel Dumfries, that's for sure. I mistook. Remember, guys, there's 5 substitutes now in Serie A. 5, not 3. So the way that you approach your substitutes and tactically to a game has changed. Cuadrado can be beneficial in this 5-man substituted system. That's enough, though. That's enough with the positives, okay? Where do we start with the cons? Recent ones. Part of the core group of players that went after a certain number 9 that was racially abused by a certain curva. That other certain number 9 seems to have forgotten who that certain curva represented and now would like to play for them, apparently. Don't take me on this. I have absolutely no doubt we haven't heard the last of this. I can almost guarantee you right now, Juve and their directors are behind the scenes going, shit. How do we get out of this bloody Lukaku commitment that we made without intending to make it? Because that's happening. So that was the first con. Second con, a history of diving and trying to cheat his way into points and into positive results against us. The penalties, the fouls, the grubbiness, the tiffs with Ivan Perisic, which still burn me up to this day. We've got famous images that we know everywhere of him pointing at Juan, choking him, you know. Such a bizarre deal. But alas, this is football. It's 2023. Nothing surprises me anymore. And I'm not about to start now. There ain't no point getting surprised now. Couple more cons for the list. 34 years of age. Brings the squad age number back up when we had done very well to bring it down. And the biggest con of all, like it's the most obvious thing. He's a public enemy number 1 because he has played for our arch rivals for something like 7 or 8 seasons. He's been there for ages. Because where did he start his career? Did he start in the Bundesliga? He didn't play for Wolfsburg or Werder Bremen, did he? Did he play for Shakhtar Donetsk? Before he went to Fiorentina and then moved on to Chelsea, where did the brother play? I remember it, but I forget it. Juan Cuadrado to Inter. You haven't heard the last of it. It's not 100% official, but I think we mentioned it on this channel in January. I know Zio Shams mentioned it on Twitter the day Cuadrado said that he was going to be a free agent, or the day Juve announced he wasn't going to be there. Bro, and I said it today on Twitter in a reply to a friend. This might just rank as the least surprising transfer to Inter in the history that I've been supporting the club. And it's ironic and bizarre because how can you even say that in a sentence? How can you, Anthony, say, oh yeah, I'm not surprised that a player that spent 8 years at Juventus, won the league title with them so many times, spat on our club, hurt our players, cheated and dived against our club. Yeah, I fully expected him to play for Inter at 34 years old. Yeah. Modern football, man, it's not a pretty thing. Hopefully these sort of headlines have taken a lot of the emotion out of this season for a lot of fans. I know it definitely has to me. It's sort of like knocking me around in different positions where I'm more than happy to sort of watch it as a bystander by this point. You take Ashraf Hakimi from me. You let Milan Skriniar walk for free. The only way you can really hurt me from now on is if you touch Barellone. That's the only way you can hurt me. The only way you can hurt me is if you touch Nico Barella. That's it. In other news, Lautaro Martinez is our captain going forward. Great choice. I think he embodies everything that it is to be one of the gifted, better players on the team. And the fact that we're giving him this leadership responsibility so early looks great. Looks like he's bulked up. Looks like he's properly beefed up a bit in the holidays. We'll see what that happens to his to his role and to his output on the pitch. But Barella, a shoe-in for vice captain, and I'm happy with those decisions all around. I'm happy with Toro. I'm happy with Nico, and you just know the likes of Bastoni and Di Marco will be the verbal leaders in the background, because we're gonna need it. You know, we're down D'Ambrosio, we're down Dzeko, we're down Handanovic, we're down Gagliardini. A lot of these names don't mean much on paper on the pitch, but these are very, very, very important voices and important presences in our locker room that are now no longer there. Thank you very much for joining me on this drive home from my first day back at work after school holidays. They are going to be more frequent. Like I said, in the holidays, I don't have the time a lot of the time to get home, set up, and do a stream. The next best thing I can do for you is to put these videos up while I'm driving, and I might do a couple of extras for the members only as well. In fact, I will do a couple of extras for the members only as well. All right? Ciao!